think it was Kierkegaard. I might be getting my philosophers mixed up here. I think it was. Disclaimer, it may not have been Kierkegaard, who spoke of the human condition that we spend our lives sleepwalking, you know, and that I think it was at the core of his work and his philosophy was the premise, the idea, the invitation, the challenge to wake up, yeah, and to stop sleepwalking. And I think it's a fitting image or description to what we're talking about here, how so often we can really go about our lives just sleepwalking, kind of just getting through, floating by, with maybe some or no intention or consciousness. But what is possible when we're actually awakened to ourselves? Yeah. And it reminds me of something that Esther Perel often talks about when she took Esther Perel, who is probably the modern authority on love and relationships. Her parents were Holocaust survivors, and she grew up surrounded by survivors, and because of her parents and her parents' friends, and that, in a sense, was her community, from what I understand. I don't know her personally, but from what I understand. But she often makes the point that what she noticed was that some survivors survived, they survived the war, whereas other survivors came back to life. And I think therein is also that distinction that we can get by just by surviving and getting through and not dying, yeah, or we can actually be awakened and we can give ourselves permission to be and to connect and to express the fullness of who we are and to be in the vitality of our lives and our being, to come back to life. And it doesn't require, thankfully, a Shoah, a Holocaust, for that to happen, right? But we have a choice point there. But I also imagine that to come back to life in that context requires us to travel within and to reckon with what's inside, and to reckon not just at the intellectual level, but probably even more so at the emotional level. Yeah.